Let's talk honestly. This isn't about having a sharp look, wealth, or even intelligence. If you want to captivate any woman, the journey starts with mastering yourself. Here's the truth. Most men struggle here. Forget the typical advice on dating. It's not about flashy gifts or trying to look like the guy on magazine covers. What genuinely draws women in is your emotional resilience, your ability to stay grounded, composed, and unwavering. If you don't have this down, no line or confidence hack will truly help. They might even backfire. If you've felt ignored or overlooked, it's likely because they see something missing. Control over yourself. That's why they walk away. But the good news is that by mastering some straightforward Stoic principles, you'll make her feel drawn to you naturally. No gimmicks. This isn't just another dating tip video. It's the key to her heart. And the path begins with you, your mind, your emotions, and your presence in the world. Ready to take on this challenge? Let's dive in. Here's the reality. Society has filled men with misleading ideas about what really attracts women. You've likely heard that showing affection, giving gifts, or even pretending to be someone you're not will win her over. Then you're left wondering why she lost interest or why things just fell apart. The harsh truth is this: you're going about it all wrong. You've been told dating is a game that you have to win, but the reality is the more you pursue her, the more you lose your own sense of self. And she can pick up on that. Women have an instinct for authenticity. They can sense if you're putting on a show. Trying too hard only creates distance. So, stop chasing and start drawing her in. And the only genuine way to do that is by mastering yourself. Consider this. When was the last time you felt in full control of your emotions, thoughts, and reactions? If you're like most, you're likely reacting to her emotions, her words, her tests. But here's a secret. Becoming emotionally solid, unshakable, is the key to gaining her attention and keeping it. This isn't a quick trick. It's a philosophy rooted in centuries of wisdom. How Stoicism builds your attraction. Let's introduce Stoicism. You might wonder what an ancient philosophy has to do with dating, but the connection is profound. Stoicism isn't about shutting down your emotions or acting robotically. It's about mastering them. When you stop reacting to every small thing, staying steady no matter the circumstances, she'll start to notice, not because you're being flashy or overly funny, but because you're centered, knowing your value, and not needing her validation. Picture stepping into any setting, a first date or a deeper relationship, with a calmness that radiates safety. Visualize this. While others are scrambling to impress with jokes or by showing off, you're just there, present, not seeking her approval, just being. That presence holds power, and it's something that makes you memorable. Here's the big truth. Women don't want to be pursued. They want to feel drawn in. The moment you stop the chase, stop trying to prove yourself, she'll sense something different. Suddenly, she's intrigued, genuinely curious, and her attraction grows. Why? Because you're showing her something rare: self-control. Stoicism is the hidden advantage you didn't know you needed. It's not about games or tactics. It's about becoming the type of man who naturally attracts attention. Not through words, but through character. Once you integrate this, things change. You'll no longer stress over what to say, no longer try to impress. Instead, you'll be the man who's sought after. And it's straightforward once you grasp these Stoic insights and weave them into your life. Not only will your dating life evolve, but so will your entire worldview. Your work, relationships, and overall perspective will all benefit. Ready to become the man who commands respect effortlessly? Let's go. Words that connect on a deep level. Now that you understand Stoicism's power, let's delve into one of the most misunderstood aspects of attraction: language. Many believe clever lines or witty responses are what grab a woman's interest. That's completely off the mark. Attraction isn't about being smart or humorous, it's about speaking in a way that resonates deeply. Women constantly hear generic compliments. "You're gorgeous," or "You look amazing." These phrases are so overused, they barely register. But here's something they rarely encounter: genuine, thoughtful compliments that recognize who they are beyond the surface. Start simple. Use her name in conversation. It might sound trivial, but saying her name creates an intimate connection, a feeling of being truly seen and valued. But don't overdo it. Make it natural. Drop her name when you're giving a meaningful compliment, as it makes the moment stand out. Next, aim to compliment her on unique qualities. Instead of focusing on looks, which every guy does, recognize her intellect, her empathy, her ambition. If she shares something she's passionate about, respond genuinely. "I really admire how deeply you think about this." Such words go beyond flattery. They show her she's genuinely appreciated. Women seek more than surface-level charm. They want to feel special in a profound way. Yet most men miss this, focusing too much on self-promotion or attempts at humor. But you, by noticing her inner qualities, stand out in a way others can't. Actions speak louder than words. While words matter, actions speak louder. You could say all the right things, but if your actions don't align, it's over. That's where Stoicism comes in. The philosophy teaches that actions should be deliberate, calm, and confident. Here's how that looks in real life. Start by mastering body language. This might sound obvious, but it's an area where many men falter. Body language sends continuous signals, whether you notice them or not. When you fidget, shift around, or avoid eye contact, it conveys nervousness. Stand tall, plant your feet, and relax your shoulders. You want to emanate calmness, not tension. Eye contact is key too. Hold it for a few seconds, showing presence without creating discomfort. This balance fosters a strong connection. Moving with purpose is essential. Think back to the last time you entered a room. Did you rush in, gaze darting around anxiously? Many do this subconsciously, but when you move hurriedly, it signals uncertainty. Stoic men move with intention, each step conveying control and confidence. Such poise is attractive, and she'll notice. Lastly, focus on small, thoughtful gestures. Forget about grand gestures. It's the little things that leave the biggest impression. Pay attention to her interests and follow up on them. Perhaps she mentioned a favorite author. Surprising her with a book by that author shows engagement and care. Or if she's facing a personal challenge, check in on her. These small acts display attentiveness, making her feel valued. Applying Stoicism to modern relationships. Now, let's look at how to stay composed when things go off course. Most would react by panicking or overcompensating. But with Stoicism, you stay centered, regardless of the situation. If the conversation is awkward or the environment isn't ideal, a Stoic man remains unfazed. He understands that the night doesn't need to be perfect. It's about his response to the imperfections. When she observes that you're not shaken by minor issues, she feels at ease. If she starts to pull away, resist the urge to pursue harder. Many men react to distance with worry, texting or calling excessively to resolve perceived issues. But Stoicism teaches that we can't control others' actions, only our own responses. So instead of chasing her, step back. In that space, she'll notice you're different, secure without needing her validation. And often, that's when she'll start to come back. Stay true to yourself. Ultimately, all of this hinges on one thing: authenticity. Staying true to yourself doesn't mean being stagnant. It means showing up as your real self, flaws and strengths alike. Stop trying to mold yourself to what you think she wants. Focus on becoming the best version of who you are. When you do, the right people will be drawn to you effortlessly. By mastering yourself, you'll stop chasing, stop seeking approval. You'll live with purpose, intention, and strength. And when you do, something remarkable happens. Women will start seeking you out, not for what you do, but for who you are. So, the main takeaway: stop the chase, stop the act. Become the man who naturally attracts everything he desires by mastering himself first. Be the calm center, the steady presence, and watch as every area of your life, relationships, career, and inner peace transforms. You now have the foundation. It's not about tricks. It's about understanding and applying these principles to see everything change.